No, so what happens is, um, turn this on. Let me jump on. So what happens is, I was actually reviewing this morning. So last night I was at an event with JP Morgan, and they were talking about being in the metaverse. And so they actually put out a white paper. And so on their white paper,
You talking about JP Morgan?
yeah, they did a white paper. So on their white paper, what they did was they actually discussed. Give me a second. But I just want to share that with people because this is something that they actually like, they brought up. So I thought it was interesting that JP Morgan actually has land in the metaverse.
Yeah, I see it now. You sent it on WhatsApp.
Yeah, I shot it to you guys on WhatsApp. Exactly. So it's just turn it down. It sounds annoying. What's interesting?
Can you turn it down? Because if you turn it down, it'd probably be better.
I just turned it off. It's fine. Oh, we'll bring it back up later and show people. But yeah, no, it was that was actually at the end of their white paper was that particular. It took you to Decentralized. So what's crazy is that I actually had a chance to buy this land in Decentralized, but I didn't do it. I know. I mean, again, I can still buy it, but it's probably hell of expensive.
Man, you could have been next to Snoop, man.
Everybody talks about being next to Snoop. Like that's the only thing everybody talks about.
Because that's next to money.
Now you've got Coinbase. I mean, not Coinbase, but you've got all of these other like Atari and all these other people that are there. Adidas. Being next to Snoop. I don't know. I don't think that's.
No, I think that's what people relate to because that's what people know. They hear it on, they see it on they feeds, the Google News. Hey, Snoop is on in the metaverse.
Yeah, they talk about Snoop a lot. So but yeah, interesting enough, there were some articles that came out that I definitely want to talk about today, and also the situation over in Russia, Ukraine. And have you been checking the markets lately?
Looks bloody.
Oh, really? It's been bloody.
I think that's what they call it. Oh yeah.
No, it's fine. I don't even want to see it. I don't even want to have my heart break today. I don't even want to have a heart break. I'm just asking, like, what have they been doing?
Well, I'll tell you one thing.
But talk to me.
It don't look good, but I'm in drip, and drip is still dripping. Like,
okay,
yeah, it's still dripping. It's giving you that 1% every day, or that 3% if that's the one you want. So,
okay. So, well, I mean, that's good. That's a good thing. And so, has it been different since the invasion? Has anything changed? Has it gotten worse? Or, what have you seen happening out there?
You see just plummet. Like right at that point, like I don't know if it was like 4 a.m, 3 a.m, or something.
Yeah.
Like right at that time, you just see stuff dropping. Like people like looking at it and like, oh no, I'm selling right now.
Really?
I'm just like, yeah.
So look at this. What do you think about this?
Suspends use of electronic. Wow.
So and what's crazy to me, and I'm actually gonna talk about this later on today on my other channel. We're gonna talk about this because, by the way, you're here with Eric and Justin. If you're not subscribed to our channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button, give us a like. We're talking everything crypto, NFTs, Web3, DeFi. So, and also just let us know you're out there. So drop something in the chat and let us know you're out there. We're building this channel. We plan on bringing you content every day, ideally. But for now, we'll drop 2 or 3 live sessions a week until we bring on some more co-hosts to help us out. So just want to share those things for the people that are watching. Good morning to you all. Coffee and crypto. So Justin, yeah. So interesting enough, on my other channel, my man, I got one of the guys that when COVID hit, he came on my GovCon channel, and like literally like I think COVID hit around March, or it became big in March. But back in December, there were already signs over in China what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
So there were people. I know I have friends in New York that were saying that ultimately, I don't know why this doesn't show me the view with you on it. What they were saying was that like if you track world news, you knew about COVID before the COVID came to the United States. And so when it hit the United States, one of my YouTube followers was heavily in, the government. He was like a staff sergeant, and he always commented on my videos. So we jumped on and did a live session, and he started naming like, and again, there was no mask mandates, there was no, nothing, like none of that stuff was happening. He
Okay.
says, Eric, the government is not prepared. And he goes, we're going to need everything. And so you could go back and watch that video. And he talked about, but he didn't just say like PPE, because he already knew that our surpluses of PPE and everything had been depleted, or it was so out of date that it hadn't been replenished because they didn't put funding into it, that it was useless. Like the stuff was there 15 years or 20 years ago. So it was rotted, dry rot, it was unusable. And so he came onto my show and literally said, we're going to need everything. We're going to need all PPEs. But then he went on to start talking about like, we're going to need refrigerated trucks to carry out the dead. We're going to need body bags. And like, can you imagine
This
this?
was before it was
Oh,
all.
this is before they even made any announcements on COVID.
And so when you say it's on your other channel, we're gonna drop that in the description or something, right?
Yeah, not for this, because it doesn't really, to me, it doesn't apply. But what I'm saying to you is the reason why I'm saying the same thing here is because I'm curious, right? Like, what's going to happen? But here we're talking about crypto, the markets. Here we're talking about the supply and things like that were going on. So I'm curious as to where the next opportunities are going to be, because
Hmm.
whenever something situation happens like this, out of my podcast guests, my experiences, they've made people very, very, very rich. And so,
It's funny you say that because it's like
so
some
for me,
people are panicking and some people like, oh, it's time.
so it's interesting. The people that are always panicking are always the people that are really don't understand markets, and they haven't looked at history, right? So I'm looking at where are the opportunities, and that's kind of like what I want to talk about, right? So where are the opportunities? What do we see happening out there? Maybe again, as a real estate investor, right? And I've made this analogy before. As a current real estate investor, right now our market is super hot, like it's on fire, right? But if the market drops and the interest rates rise up and the market drops, I'm gonna like while other people are getting taken to the freaking to the streets, I'm gonna be like looking as to buy as much as humanly possible. Right? But you understand that in a context of real estate. So it's the same thing in the context of crypto.
I think I think people have to be aware of the opportunity as more opposed to you know going the other way and being fearful and selling everything and not trying. This is the best time to get in really when the stuff is down at the bottom when it's going down. Um, so
But how do you tell someone where, like, how do you know when the bottom stops?
that's a good question. When you look at it, when you look at where it's at right now, I mean, stuff is down probably further than it was a year ago or maybe 6 months ago. Some of the stuff is down like really, really far. That's an opportunity. You know, if you believe in something, you believe in it when it's going up, and you believe in it when it's still going down. But when it's going down, that's it don't need to go too far down for you to like, hey, I need to get some of this. I need to get some of that. Let's see.
So you say it doesn't need to go too far down for what now?
Say again.
You said it doesn't need to go too far down for what?
It doesn't need to go too far down for a perfect opportunity. So now it's down a lot. You know, people complain about the price was high.
I remember I was in like there was this Twitter feed where someone said they sold looks at 6 and then they bought back in at 3. And then somebody goes, well, you still didn't do well because it's going to go down to 2, right? And then it went down to like $1.50, right? So people, I could understand a person's concern, right, when they're saying, yo, like, okay, if their ETH's down to 2,600, I remember when like a few months ago, ETH was at 3,900, right? It was like 4,000 was ETH. Now it's like half, 26.
I've been in it, so this is still so new to me.
Yeah,
I've been in it, and when I see 2,600 ETH, I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's terrible. Right. But some people, I mean, if you look at the charts, people are buying. I mean, it's a lot of people selling, but it's a lot of people buying too, and so some people see the opportunity.
So let's talk about opportunity, right? Let's talk about opportunity. This is interesting here. So this company is Celsius. They link it with Maple Finance for liquidity play, right? So they lent Celsius, right? They $30 million of WE to their Maples pools. Now, again, this is similar to what you do with your farm, your drip, right? So they add here this lending platform, all right. So they committed $30 million in wrapped ETH to Maple. Interesting enough, they provide liquidity to market makers. Okay, they've chosen Wintermute and Amber. And so again, look, they're exposed to yields generated by firms like Wintermute and their vast pools of capital. So similar to what you did, which is similar to what I did before with staking. They're adding liquidity to the markets, and then they're getting these yields. Now, this is fascinating because it says the pool start at 30 million, but they're projecting to be worth 500 million or even $1 billion after 12 months. That seems a little bit exaggerated to me. You get me? Like, that seems a little bit. Now, it says that they launched a pool in November at 25 million, and they said that it's grown to $100 million.
Numbers sound crazy, but numbers don't lie. Look.
No. I mean, again, what I'd like to do is, and not today because I just want to come on and chat about the situation that's happening out there, but let's go in and maybe in between this morning and this afternoon, let's go in and let's see if we can verify that, and then we can have a conversation about it, right? I'll send you the information, go pull it up and see if we can verify, in fact, that the amount of the pool.
Yeah, check out this pool. This one started a week and a half ago.
Which one?
The animal.farm.
Pull it up. Pull it up on the screen. Oh, you want me to pull it up?
Oh no, hold on, I see it.
Here, I've got it right here.
Okay, there we go. Now click on
to you. I want to see if the fact this guy is telling the truth or not. So we'll fact check him.
Okay.
But in the meantime, we can talk about Animal Farm.
So let's click on farms. Left side. All right, and so these farms came out maybe I think it was 16 for the 7th. It wasn't that long ago, barely 2 weeks ago. And if you scroll down, each one of these farms, I mean, they all over 10 million. You click the details on any one of them. and you'll see right below connect wallet. Yeah, click the details. It'll show you the liquidity in each one of these farms. This came out literally 2 weeks ago, and for him to claim that claim, it doesn't sound like it's not possible. It's definitely possible, and it shows right here that they doing it right now.
Okay.
This is actual factual, but the animal farm is it's interesting because you try to tell somebody about the next thing to invest in crypto, and I say, hey, yeah, you should try the animal farm because all you gotta do, you get these dogs, and then you buy these pigs, and then you stake them, you put them in the pig. Man, it's it's confusing.
You buy dogs, you buy pigs, and you stake it.
You see, you stake your dogs to earn more pigs, and you lock your pigs up, and then you get to earn BUSD. And they're like, man, what in the world? I thought about paying my a buddy of mine in pigs just to mess with them, just to see, because we do little moving jobs and stuff. And I was gonna say, hey,
All right, hold on. Let's see. So it says stake pancake swap tokens to earn dogs and non-core farms and pigs in core farms. Deposit fees get swapped for BUSD and used to pay out both BUSD dividends and the pig pen and add liquidity to the dogs slash USB pair on Pancake Swap. I'm still, I still would like to bring on someone to discuss, these liquidity pairs. I've read about it. I'm going to read some more about it, but definitely I'm still like, I don't fully grasp it. Um, I do understand, providing liquidity to the marketplace. So that I got. But, the pairs and again, I've read it, so I do understand some of it, but uh, not to the full extent that I could explain it. So, all right, which one of these pairs are you a part of?
dogs BUSD, dogs WBNB,
Yep.
and drip BUSD.
So you're part of all three of these.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm curious. So, let me see. All right. What wallet do you have connected?
I got MetaMask connected.
MetaMask. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
then listen, it gets a little crazy if you click Drip Garden. Um,
it gets
where
crazy.
they say money don't grow on trees, and the concept of this is literally like you have your liquidity pair, your drip and BUSD, right?
Yeah.
And you use that to buy plants. Your plants over time create seeds. Your seeds are what's worth the money, and so you can recompound, replant the seeds, or you can pull it out, harvest the seeds, and that's your money, right? But this is essentially like money growing on trees.
How
This
do
is
I
this is the garden is it's together with the animal farm, but it's a separate entity. It's, it gets a little heavy, but the more you get into it, man, you'll get the grasp of it. You understand it.
how to
There
how
we
to
go.
garden with drip via scarf. So
Let's
one
read.
is
Let's read it.
using the token. Your plants start producing seeds. The drip value of these seeds will be displayed on your garden dashboard. You can compound the seeds in your barrel to increase your seed production rate. Alternatively, you can sell the seeds and the plants in your garden will continue producing seeds. The plants in your gardens produce seeds nonstop. A 24-hour timer has been added for convenience. You can plant, compound, or sell withdraw your seeds at any time. That actually, if you explain it in the concept of buying seeds producing plants, and then reflowering, I actually understand that.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is the drip BUSD, right? Like that's the part where I don't get, right? And so what most people are going to ask is, how the hell does Drip BUSD make money? Like, how does that produce income? Like, what is it? What service does it provide that actually, makes money? Does that make sense?
Right. When you put your
Yeah.
money in, when you put it in here, it's locked. You
No,
can't pull it out.
not that. You're not. No, you're not answering the question. What service or where does the money come from?
What is okay? So you get a 3%
Where
every
does it
day,
come from?
right?
How do
So
they pay you 3% based on what?
based off of taxes, the taxes throughout the whole ecosystem.
Right.
So we haven't even begun to explain how this works, but
Yeah.
basically there's a tax system, buy, sales, purchases, staking. There's a tax system that goes on, and those
Sure.
taxes from each one of those transactions gets put into a locked pool and gets redistributed. So when
Yeah.
I
But
jumped when I jumped on this, it was at like 400,000.
right. But how's that not a Ponzi scheme?
Sounds listen, sounds like it, but it's not.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna I'm gonna bring somebody on. We're gonna go more depth
You know,
into this.
honestly, like, so for example, Pancake. I get Pancake, right? Because Pancake actually, all right, Julius, welcome. Julius, you're in logistics. What are you doing on the crypto channel? You should be on our GovCon channel. But welcome either way. And that's welcome. So you get what I'm saying? Like, okay, when we go to Pancake, right? And we know that Pancake Swap is so. Uh-oh. You over here doing other stuff. So Pancake, we know, right? Pancake itself, when you look at Uniswap, is the largest decentralized network in terms of doing transactions. Pancake Swap is the second largest, but it does more volume than Uniswap, which means it actually does something. Like, so Pancake Swap has 25 million users or 28 million users that are trading billions of dollars every day. And each trade, Pancake Swap is taking like a fee from that. So that is a real world utility.
All right, let me share my screen. Let me
So, but these guys,
can you see my screen?
yes,
All right. So let's simplify. Let's start from the beginning. All right. Because we jumping into the farm. The farm is almost like the second.
no, you brought that up. I'm like,
I mean, that's because I like it. That's my thing. I like the farm and I like talking about it because it's just fun. Pigs and plants and seeds. But that's so drip, right? It's simple.
I'm gonna see.
Whatever you put in, you get one.
Make it simple. All right, I'm listening.
Whatever you put in drip, you get 1% every day. And if you want to know how long you get the 1% for,
No, I don't want to know that. I want to know, how does Drip pay me 1%?
okay. So you put in your $1,000, that's okay. Here we go. Fossil. When I click swap is basically I'm using BNB to buy drip. So you can buy it and sell it. If you sell drip, it's a 10% tax. When you go into the faucet, which is staking, you're staking your money, and it's locked in forever. What you're earning is the interest. When you stake it, there's also a 10% tax that's charged for each deposit. You can see that right here. Those taxes get put into a locked pool and get redistributed back to the holders. So if everyone's doing this, every time you sell it, every time you stake it, right? Or you even hydrate. So let's say when you'll earn your yield from this lockup. So let's say I put $1,000 in, I get 1% of that every day. I'm getting $10 a day. It's been taxed though. It's been taxed. Hold on, it's been taxed. Now, what happens is every time somebody clicks this button, there's a tax on that. It gets put back into a locked pool that gets further redistributed back to all of the holders. So taxes is what pays for.
Right, but okay, let's take it off the Web3 scenario. Let's
Okay.
take it to the real
Okay.
world scenario. And 10 of us would take our money and put it together. How are we going to generate 1% off of doing nothing?
See,
Taxes our money we all have. We all put $100, 10 of us, that's $1,000. We charge tax. Okay. That tax of 1,000 is 100. How do we pay each other the 1% a day?
look at that white paper. I'm gonna let them tell it.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, again, for me, you know, and these are questions that you've got to be able to answer, right? So, like, before you can't just tell people, oh, like, again, the things that I discuss that I buy have utilities, like real world utilities. So, for me, us pooling our money together does not produce income.
Well,
So that's
I'm
why, again, the things that we talk about, like that I brought up, they have millions of users spending millions, if not billions of dollars in exchanges. So then with that said, and here, let me pull something up. Okay. Let me show you something. Okay, here. This is the difference. Pancake Swap, 2.8 million users.
man, you're gonna be hearing about drip all over the place.
It doesn't. It's
Trust me.
you gotta
Like I said, we're gonna bring somebody that explain it better. But
listen.
um,
I'm telling you, these people have 2.8 million users, right? That literally are exchanging tokens every day, and
mhm.
they're taking a small fee. That is a utility. So for me, I could understand why if you provide them with liquidity to be able to do more transactions, they can pay you because of all the users that are using their platform. That's all I'm asking when it comes down to, and then again, if you go to like Uniswap, they've got 1.5 million users. So for me, again, though, that's what gives me the confidence that if I put my name behind these people, then here you go. So this is this is what's driving, right? So they call it decentralized exchanges. So this is what's saying, all right, allows people to trade to, like you said, the top DeFi projects, the top protocols. And so for me, that's like, they can justify how they can pay back money and how they can pay you percentages because of that user base. That's all I'm asking. That's it. I'm not saying drip is bad, but we got to make a case. Everyone has to make a case to
oh,
anyone.
we're gonna make a good case. I'm gonna get all the lawyers on this one. This
Get
case gonna be solid.
everybody.
Listen, this gonna be solid right here. Drip is solid.
No, look, That's what I'm asking. That's all I'm asking, right? Here, check this out. Check this out. Pancake Swap was originally cloned from Uniswap. They've seen 665 million in trading volume in the past 24 hours. So that's one of the reasons why I invested in Looks Rare because of what happened. You see how, for me, I've always seen where, Uber came out and then Lyft came out right behind them. Like there's always a second version, like McDonald's, Burger King type of competition. And so that's why I took a chance on Looks Rare because I do believe OpenSea needs a competitor, right? Um, I was hoping that would be Looks Rare, and I think if we hadn't had all these circumstances that occur, then my correction would be correct. Not that they won't win still, but essentially, for me, the market took a dip. I would have liked to buy it, obviously at the bottom, not the top. Look, Stephanie's saying essentially without utilizing these projects are Ponzi's relying on new investors to pay older investors to hope that these projects find a solution other than dependent new investors. See, I agree with Stephanie. I agree 100% with Stephanie. That's what I'm trying to say, Justin. Because what you're explaining is old school tactics in a new manner.
Well, I might not be giving it justice. So we're gonna, like I said,
That's why, hey, that's why. Look, one thing about this is why we having a conversation, right? Because I want this to be public so that it makes you have to before you come back. You're gonna give me some real justification. You're gonna figure this thing out, and you're gonna be able to justify it. Because, like Stephanie said, it's like a Ponzi scheme, and I agree wholeheartedly. And I'm not saying it is, but it does. Hey, what they say, walk like a dog, bark like a dog, or walk like a duck, quack like a duck. It might be all the signs of a duck. So I would agree with her, 100%. So, and I'm not, and again, I understand human nature when we actually, put our money into something, we want to believe even further, right? And um, I will say that I, so a funny thing is, I knew Justin, right? Because when I was at Columbia, I knew that Looks on November the 6th or 8th was going to be cutting their APR in half, and
mm,
people had already projected they're going to take a big drop as a result of that. So I told Cecil, don't put his money in because it was already close to that date. I was like, don't put your money in because they're expecting this to happen. I told Marie the same thing. And so, but I stuck with it, even though I knew that this was the likely outcome.
all right. So look, I'm glad you did tell me because I picked up on that. But I didn't take it out even when I knew it was going to cut. When I knew Looks was going to break it in half, I still
So,
left it in.
so my logic was that I had already made $6,000. So based on that math, it didn't matter what the price did because again, as long as I kept making my even at half the returns, it was fine because I would basically break even in 3 months. You get me?
So let me ask you this: you
So it
made
didn't matter to me whether the market went up or down because at the rate I was break even in 3 months.
right. So as 6 months, I mean not 6 months, at 6 grand, how long did it take to accumulate that from start to finish? Like roughly like
Uh,
a couple months,
no, a month.
a month.
Yeah, about a month.
Okay.
No, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like you can't complain about that.
No, you can't.
You can't complain. And then, unfortunately, like I said, it's not just Looks. All of my crypto's down. My ETH's down. My RNDR is down. Everything. All of my stuff is down. So it's not just them. Um, in fact, pull up. Wait a second, Just. I thought you told me. Look, things are looking up today. Look at this. You ain't checked the market this morning, baby.
No, not this morning.
Look at this.
When I was looking at it yesterday.
Look. Look. Hey, things are looking good today. All right. Hey, look.
BTC.
Come on. 14, 13. This is all my stuff. 16, 20, 23, 32. I mean, it
And
obviously
when
it
you asked me, I thought you was asking in the context of, what it did.
obviously took a nosedive. I mean, from before because Looks was at $1. Obviously, it was at $4. Omi is at 0.004. I bought at 0.006. So, I mean, it's taken a dive from where the positions were, but things are headed back in the right direction. Luna's at
We
67.
got a little green. It's a little,
Hey, it's
got a
looking
little couple
good.
little leaves on the tree.
It's looking good today. I like it. You know, no, this is. I mean,
So
bet.
let me ask you something.
Talk to me.
Are you gonna drop something in drip? I'm just curious.
No.
Okay, y'all heard me. He said no. That's no for now. We gonna change that.
The thing is, um, one thing that someone who's been around this space for a long time said to me that he no longer invests in new projects. He waits about 6 months. So they do all the ups and downs.
Right. This drip been out for almost a year, so I definitely understand. That's a good strategy.
So for me, I think I could have done better. And again, you look at it. Let me see. Let me do this. Let me go and see. Let me see what my rewards are right now. Yeah. Oh, the other challenge is that, right? ETH is down too, so it makes it. So here you can see. You see my screen? Oh,
No, can't see it. Can't see it.
All right. So here I collected 1.7 WE,
Mm-hmm.
but around the time it was 3K. So that's what I collected. Last collected February the 11th. It shows.
Yep.
And then
February.
I have another 0.189 WE now. So, but again, ETH is down to 2,600. So let me see. ETH is 2,700. So when ETH was up, it was like I said, it's about 6K. So again, I'm still earning, and they have a real world value. The challenge is, like I said, it's at $1 now. So obviously the value of the token itself isn't as great as it was before. So, but they actually are doing stuff, right? They're selling NFTs, people are buying NFTs, people are selling NFTs, people are using them. They're actively trading, people are listing their NFTs on there. I've actually listed an NFT project on there. I sold, that's why it says here, these are my rewards from trading. I haven't traded as much, but I do have like actively listed projects right now. Hold on. This is my wallet.
Hold on. So you got some NFTs listed on here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So here, you see my screen, right? So here's some offers that people have made to me. So like, see my alien friends, they're trying to buy it at 1.23 E.
So let me ask you, what do you got stuff listed on both OpenSea and Looks? What do you think the big
So
differential is?
I have no. So yes, I did. Yes, I did sell something on OpenSea, but recently I've listed all my stuff here on Looks. So like they offer me 0.5 ETH for my toy boogers there. They offer me 1.23 for my alien friends.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
hey,
Those names, look, plants,
listen,
trees,
yeah, but
buggers.
I mean, I would still be up because of what I paid for it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, I got an Alien Friends at 0.6 ETH. So, I mean, I still be up. In Toy Boogers, I got in like 0.25 ETH. So, but I don't want to, like, it's not worth selling it to me. I'm not, I, I'm not interested in selling it. But what I did do, so I put my Alien Friends, I put it at, actually, listed it for 6 ETH. If someone gives me 6 ETH, I'll sell. I'll part ways with it.
6 ETH.
6 ETH. I'll part ways with it for 6 ETH. And Toy
Well,
Boogers, I think I put it up for like 1.5 ETH. Yeah, because those collections.
mhm.
By the way, so this one that I have, that Deadheads collection I have, they actually, hold on. So check this out.
Somebody wrote a whole article on is drip a marketing Ponzi scheme? We gonna
And you still want to get on? Look at this.
Hold on.
Deadheads actually has their own shows they've already created.
This look like something I used to watch in Saturday morning cartoons.
Exactly. Right. But check this out.
And so one day we might see your NFT on on one of the episodes.
Right. So that's why I bought into and the Deadheads, and then so they actually already have like several. This is season 1, episode 1, but they already have, as you see here, they have multiple episodes already out that they created, which I love because see that's look. Yo, so for me, right? That's why I got to these guys. I'll show you another one. So Toy Booger is already partnered with Time Studios to make a cartoon. So they've already partnered to make a cartoon series. So again, so for me, it's like it's the same thing when they talk about artists having their NFT projects, and you could own a portion of the album, and then when the album does the sales, you get a piece of that because it's on a
Mhm.
smart contract. So to me, that's the same thing with Toy Boogers and Deadheads. It's like when the cartoons come out, you own the character, and so you'll own rights to the actual show and those kind of things, right? Because now it's the same thing with the athletes where they can use your likeness in the show.
Mhm.
And they pay for your likeness. So again, look, I mean,
Question for you.
sure,
Do you think that so we buy sports tickets? Do you think sports tickets will eventually be NFT?
they already doing it.
Hmm.
They've already done that because the reason why is because the reseller market for sports ticket is so large, and the uh, entities who own the venues are not receiving any of that cut of the revenue. And so by making them NFTs, they can receive the
Yeah.
the other dib. Like when on the resale market, they get a piece of the resale market too.
Look, so now they want us to resell them tickets. Absolutely.
They want you to. Like they don't care if you resell anymore.
Well, look, right now they can look outside and they can see all the people selling tickets. But if I sold 100,000 tickets for $100 and I know everybody's about to resell them, I think I want them to resell those tickets. I would be just as look. I'll be just as happy if everybody sold those tickets because I know I'm collecting on each one of those tickets. I think
I
those
mean,
tickets too will probably have even more value later. You know what I mean?
I disagree. I'm just saying I don't. They won't care anymore, right? So like here, like right now, you got look, sell your tickets now. So look, there's an actual website for reselling tickets. You get me? So like,
I've never been able to get an original. I mean, they get swiped up so fast.
so oh, I'm sorry, I'm not sharing my screen. Yeah, look, there's a marketplace for reselling your tickets.
Plans change, sell your tickets now.
So right, so the thing to do right is to have someone actually. So what I would say is if I was this site StubHub, I would create already. I would be the one creating NFTs for the sports teams, so that they can already, so that way that could tie into my resale market. So again, you have the resale market, but you're now connecting wallets so that those wallets then can transfer the tickets as the NFTs, which are the tickets essentially. And those wallets exchange the funds like a Pancake or a Uniswap, where you swap instead of swapping tokens, you're swapping NFTs, which are tickets in exchange for money. That to me is the play.
Get paid.
Get paid. So, but that's why I want you to let's talk to some other smart people, because that's a really easy application to create. That you know, um, StubHub, if they're being stubborn and they're ran by old, stale, pale white males, then they're not going to see that coming. So
It'd be like a Blockbuster.
it'll be exactly like Blockbuster. And you won't even know StubHub 10 a.m. per night. You'd be like, you remember StubHub? Like, yeah, the ticket people.
Yeah, it's funny because I actually remember seeing a Blockbuster kiosk, and I was like, "That's too late. Too late. That's
So,
a red box right there."
but listen, I'm gonna run. I gotta go to the gym, get my workout on. I gotta meet somebody at 11. So good talking to you. Good chopping up as always. We'll connect. Go do some more research on your Ponzi scheme.
Drip. Y'all all gonna be dripping. Watch. You gonna have drip. Look, he gonna come back on here. He gonna be like, "Hey, look, okay, so I was wrong." It's gonna happen.
It's okay. I understand association when you put your money into something. So like I get
No,
it.
that was a nice little. I see what you did.
I'm not having to tell you. You're not. We're none of us are exempt. So
No. All right, man. We're gonna do this next time.
okay. All right. Be good.
All right.